my main preoccupation in my art, it's the impact of the territory on the humanity, animals, in life in general, but a little bit most with the human. So tonight the three work is Cathode, Aftershock, and Dust. Cathode, the first one, it's probably the more minimalist one because the principle is very simple and I just use one principle. This work don't have a lot of different concept layer over the main one, but I play with the electron inside the cathodic tube, so I excite the energy of a cathodic tube to have a light in the front that makes some pattern. And I analyze this in real time, the energy of the cathodic tube, and this is transferred to audio. So it's more the electricity to the light and to the sound. We work with a cathodic tube with a lot of 100,000 volt, so it's an electric field at the same time. Then touch the body. So we have a relation between the energy, very concentrate, that we need this energy to make light. It's like the sun, and this have a real influence on your body. The second piece is Aftershock, and Aftershock is to make the story short. I work on this piece at the same time of SEISMIK. Each morning I'd get up when I work on SEISMIK. It was strange. SEISMIK is more abstract, but I have some images in my head that the Earth, the landscape on the Earth without humanity, without human. It was something very dramatic, but at the same time, to be honest, in my head, it was so beautiful, so poetic, like the desert with plane that crash and just, peek inside the sand with nothing around, and I thought, wow, it's so beautiful. And I was questioning myself about, it's strange that it's so beautiful, but at the same time, if it's happened one day, it's because the human is totally stupid. And it's probably the most cinematographic piece for tonight, because I create all this landscape with simulation because it didn't exist, so I have to create all this landscape in 3D software, and to have a camera to go inside this. And the last piece is Dust, and Dust is again about the territory, but when I create this piece, I was very attracted by the microscopic territory. maybe 5 years before I work on dust, I took a lot of picture everywhere in the hotel, you know, in my travel, and I just make close up of floor or part of the wall, and I find it, wow, when you make abstraction of everything, it can be a canvas, contemporary, you know, composition and canvas, very beautiful. So I use also this in the performance to make the magnificence and the beauty of the dust very, very in large case and large scale in the front of the audience. So SEISMIK is very an important piece also because for me, I decide to have a little bit more influence by the territory on the stage if I compare to my work before SEISMIK. I said, okay, I want to use the territory. I want that the territory go on my controller and my computer. So I'm connect in real time on different seismograph on the planet, and I receive for all the duration of the performance the data in real time. And this changed the decision. So first I received this frequency and I connect, I choose a location, Chile for an example. I receive the frequency, my two computers have received it, and I send this frequency in your sound system. So now I start to make shaking your building by the frequency of Chile. And on the stage, I have a geophone that analyzes the frequency of your building in comparison of what I receive. And I can make a difference and play a feedback and put the audience in the middle of this feedback. So it's very special feeling, because when your body starts to move and you shake, it's not the frequency of Brazil or Sao Paulo. It's probably the frequency of very, very far country. So I start with this, and after that I remove the software. I try to build something that have more nuance in terms of image and sound and more complex. But all during the performance, you don't see on the screen, but I continue to receive. And the software, we create the software that I can decide when I want to connect, but after between 20 seconds and 1 minute, if I don't make another decision, he will make for me. And I don't know where he will go. Performance, I wanted to have like a real human with the wind or the rain. I wanted to don't have totally the control and let the territory push on me and have to fight with him.